Proofreading. Proofreading is hard, let's be honest, guys. I mean, you have to look at what you wrote and say, wow, I'm not good enough. Maybe I should quit. Don't tell yourself that, though, please. Don't tell yourself that. There are various ways to do this, and every author and every other writer has their own process. And honestly, the best one is to just wait a few months, take it out of the drawer, and reread it, and so many things will stand out to you. But sometimes we don't have that kind of time. For example, I run this fanfiction channel, and many times I have to upload on the same day that I write them, if not the next day. And even if you do have the extra time, it has to be proofread sometime, right? But sometimes you read it and you still can't find the mistakes, even though you know there are some in there, okay? So I have a couple of things that I'd recommend. First of all, when you sit down and you read it on your computer, change the font, okay? You're used to seeing it in like Times New Roman or Calibri or whatever font you use. So change it. It doesn't have to be changed into some crazy calligraphy styled font. It just needs to be different. And you'd be so surprised to see how much easier it is to catch your mistakes when you're using a font that you're just not used to. Okay? Now my second piece of advice is to actually print it out. Okay? And, you know, do one even better than that and print it out in a different font. Get your highlighters out, get your red pen out, or purple, or blue, or whatever color you want to use. You'll catch a lot more than you think it will. And if you print it out double-spaced, uses a lot more paper, but totally worth it. You can write in columns, ask yourself questions. Maybe not only do you need to proofread it, but maybe you need to rewrite some scenes too. Another great tool for proofreading, and I wish more people that I worked with did this, is read it out loud to yourself. Okay, syntax, meaning how the sentence is structured, is so much easier to understand and work with if you read it out loud, because the way you read up here is very different than how you interpret it here or here. Okay, because when you read up here, yeah, you're reading with your own voice, same as here, but it's different. Your brain goes, huh, that sounds a little funny, in ways that it hadn't before, because even if you don't know all of the rules of syntax, like you can read a textbook on it and just whip out the rules, after you learn this language, after you learn English or any other language, there will be things that just catch your ear like, hey, that's not right. I can't tell you why it's not right, but it isn't right. Okay? So just to recap, we've talked about changing the font, printing it out, and reading it out loud. All really useful tricks. If you need to go a step beyond that, even before you start editing full on, I would use a search in whatever word processor you use for words that shouldn't be in there, such as really or like, if you know what I mean. Any seasoned writer will tell you that there's really no place for really in writing, but we'll have a different video on that later. Anyway, I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!